In a dim-lit mortuary at the edge of a crumbling village lived Benedict and Martha Eromosile, an aging couple whose lives revolved around death. For 40 years, they prepared bodies for burial, washed them, dressed them, whispered final prayers before returning them to the soil. Their work was quiet, sacred, and seldom appreciated. They never complained, even when times grew harsh. But the economy withered, and their modest income thinned. Their twin grandsons, Jude and Jeremy, barely ate 2 meals a day. The boys grew pale and weak, bones sharp against skin. Martha cried quietly every night, her prayers unanswered. The house began to rot around them. Hunger became a shadow that followed them everywhere. One dusk, a young woman's body arrived, a Jane Doe, no name, no family, no mourners. She looked peaceful, like she had only just closed her eyes. As Benedict washed her, his hands paused. Her hair, thick, black, and impossibly silky, flowed like dark water over her shoulders. He touched it, let it run between his fingers. It shimmered even under the mortuary's flickering light. Something in his mind clicked. Hair like that. It had value. The next morning, after wrapping the girl's head in a cloth, he went to town. A wigmaker paid him handsomely, more than he made in 2 months. He came back, hands shaking, heart pounding. He told Martha everything. She was horrified at first, but when he laid food on the table for the first time in weeks, her resistance withered. So it began. They shaved the heads of the dead, mostly women, sometimes men, before burying them. They were careful, respectful, almost reverent, and the money poured in. Food returned to the table. The twins laughed again. The house was repaired. Even the local priest commended their devotion to the dead without knowing the truth. A full year passed. Then came the girl with the red ribbon. She was delivered at night, wrapped in plastic, labeled Accident Victim 23. Her body had no visible wounds, just a faint smile on her lips, and of course her hair, auburn, long, and curling like fire. Around her neck was a red satin ribbon, tied in a bow. Martha wanted to wait till morning, but Benedict insisted. They began their usual ritual. When he reached for the scissors, the ribbon caught his eye. "Should we remove it?" Martha asked. He shrugged. "It's just a ribbon." He pulled the knot, and the head rolled off. No blood, no resistance, just a thump on the cold metal table. Martha screamed. Benedict froze. Then the head smiled. Its eyes, yes, eyes, opened slowly. The mouth moved. A dry whisper slid out. "Put it back." The twins upstairs began to scream, loud, bone-shaking shrieks. The lights in the house flickered. The walls trembled. Martha fainted. Benedict stumbled back, whispering prayers, trying to retie the ribbon. But the head laughed, the sound like glass dragging across wood. From the shadows of the mortuary, the other bodies began to move, twitching, their bandaged heads rising. Some were bald. Some had stitches where their scalps used to be. All of them were looking at him. The girl's head rolled toward him and stopped by his feet. "A year's worth of sins," she hissed. "Now it's your turn." The next morning, a neighbor passing by noticed the mortuary doors wide open. Curious, he stepped inside. No sign of Benedict or Martha, but all the drawers were open. Every single corpse wore a red ribbon around its neck. The twins, missing, vanished into thin air, and on the wall scrawled in blood, "Hair is memory. You took ours. We'll take yours."